Today I'm here with Miss Castle and I have a couple questions for her. In which decade did you grow up in?
I kind of had multiple decades of growing up. I was born in 1986, so I grew up a little bit in the late 80s, but mostly in the 90s. But I hit high school in the early 2000s, so I kind of spanned multiple. But I guess I would say, if I had to say what decade did I grow up in, I would say the 90s.
Do you remember major local, national, or world events that occurred during your lifetime?
Definitely. A lot of things going on with Saddam Hussein and the weapons in the Middle East. And then, of course, in 2001, when 9/11 occurred, I was in 9th grade. And so I remember those very vividly.
In what way did those events affect your daily life?
Especially after 9/11, I know it kind of seems silly now, but we were afraid it was going to hit us. I went to high school in Bowling Green, Kentucky, and we just didn't know what was going to happen. It seemed like the possibilities of being attacked on U.S. soil were very open, and it could happen anywhere. And were we looking at national warfare after 9/11? So it definitely created some anxiety that I had never had about my safety, and it was a very odd time because I'd always felt safe previously.
What historical event that occurred during your lifetime changed your life the most in your view?
Probably 9/11. I know I come back to that, but it's kind of like my grandparents would talk about when Kennedy was shot and when the Challenger exploded. That was kind of my number one thing, especially growing up, because it changed the way I saw the world and the way I understood. Unfortunately, at first, I didn't understand what was going on in the Middle East, and so my own ignorance, if I saw someone who was Middle Eastern, I was kind of scared, not understanding what really, that the Taliban were an extremist group, and that was not the vast majority of people. And so that one definitely changed my view. Thankfully, I came to understand things better after that.
What are some of the technology and or inventions that were new during your childhood?
Mine, I have several. Cell phones came out when I was young. I got one when I was 16, a Nokia. They call them like the brick. I got one of those when I was 16, but I guess it was several years prior to that.
Okay, go ahead. Whenever.
So in my lifetime, there were a couple, especially the cell phone. I got a cell phone when I was 16, but it was still like the brick, the Nokia. And if you text, it was like 10 cents per text. And so that changed everything, being able to talk to people mobily. And then the internet was in its infancy. And then I had internet at my house starting in like 8th grade. It was dial-up, but that changed everything and made the world more open to talking to more people.
What is something unique to your generation?
I think it is the advent of the internet and how the internet really became an in-home possibility as we were growing up, and now it's in everybody's hands. I mean, we carry around computers in our hands every day with our phones, and so I think that had the biggest input and impact technology-wise.
Okay, thank you.